We communicate who we are through clothing. It is fundamentally a part of what we wish to communicate about ourselves.
Inditex is one of the world's largest fashion retailers. They have 8 brands, more than 7,000 stores in 96 countries. They start as a small family business, a workshop making women's clothes. In 1985, Inditex was born. They rapidly expand, starting by Portugal, but also expanding their portfolio with multiple brands with the intention to capture all the generations of customers. They rapidly expand internationally, and in the year 2000 they created a new headquarters and they reached 1,000 stores. Zara Home was the first diversification of the group outside of the fashion industry, with a new set of challenges but great opportunities. Inditex's overarching strategy is achieving growth through diversification with vertical integration. Often the group relies on suppliers close to their headquarters in Spain. A new design can go from the catwalk to the store in only 2 weeks. Even the cost of production in Europe might be slightly higher. The agility and flexibility of Inditex makes of it one of their order winners in their go-to-market strategy. More than 50% of the clothes produced and designed by Inditex is done in the middle of the season. Store managers frequently communicate customer feedback to the designers, allowing Zara to quickly react to new trends.
We used to have a system, a fashion system. That has absolutely nothing to do with the fashion industry today. It has been reinvented.
The customer is at the center of everything that Inditex does. In the store, the customer is able to share the feedback about their new needs. The store shares online with the designers in order for them to quickly design new fashion that is easily produced and distributed back to the store for the customer. Inditex vertical integration is key for success. It becomes a competitive advantage as the information is easily flowing. Designers are constantly in the loop of the latest request from the customers. They are able to reset the production chain in order to make it available for the customer in a few weeks. Now, deep dive into Inditex Operation Challenge of the Future.
Hi, I'm Kristen, and today I'm going to explain why I no longer shop at Zara or from any other fashion brand that's part of the Inditex Corporation. You know, the third most polluting industry in the world and one of the top 3 industries with the highest incidence of slavery.
It's based on materialism. The problem is that comes at a really high price.
Garment factory collapsed, killing more than 1,000.
Clashes between clothes factory workers and riot police in Cambodia.
Well, the promise of globalization was that it was going to be a win-win, that consumers in the rich world would get cheaper goods and people in the poorer parts of the world would get jobs, and that those jobs would give them an opportunity to work their way out of poverty.
Today, we begin the transformation of Zalando. From retail company enabled through technology to technology company that will enable fashion platforms, connect multiple partners markets, and business models. And today we are saying goodbye to closed and controlled systems. Now we embrace open platform thinking. And in 5 years from now, we will no longer only be a retail company with a retail margin. Instead, we will become a multi-product tech company. Still in the fashion space, but with multiple sources of income.
Let's now assess some options for Inditex to respond to these challenges in the future.
European citizens throw away 5.8 million tons of textiles per year, with only 25% sent to recycle. Some industry leaders have already started to revolutionize the world of fashion, recognizing the need to replace the linear model with a circular one, where raw materials are fed back into the system once they reach their end of life. Apart from the pressing environmental concerns, there is growing evidence that a comprehensive circular model would lead to more efficient and cost-effective business operations based on a never-ending production cycle. Design. Studies show that around 80% of the industry's environmental impact depends on poor decisions made in the design phase. Innovative approaches include measuring the specific environmental impacts of different reverse cycles. Brands and retailers are progressively improving remanufacturing processes. Supported by the development of modern technologies and know-how, used clothes are processed so that the raw materials are taken and reused with a new purpose. In the case of a used cotton t-shirt, the fiber is shredded, spun, and knitted again to provide recycled cotton. Today, new garments can be produced by using merely recycled fibers, as attested by certifications that inform about % of recycled content of a garment.
These days, more and more people are opting for the box on their doorstep, which is putting a squeeze on traditional brick-and-mortar retail. But when online shopping can't quite deliver, you need to go to the store. The experience can be frustrating and disappointing. Online or offline, these cannot be the only options. Well, in China, a new form of retail is taking shape that's combining the best of both online and offline retail.
90% of retail purchases are still made in stores. In fact, 95% of all retail sales are the result of some combination of online, mobile, and in-store interaction along the path to purchase. For retailers to succeed in this new environment, they need to use technology to both enhance the in-store experience and bring the physical and digital shopping worlds into one omni-channel experience. Mobile alerts. Delivering the right message at the right time to the right shoppers is an ideal way to capture their attention and their spend. Mobile alerts make this possible and can include anything from new product announcements to personalized offers. Information everywhere. Shoppers want information at their fingertips. By scanning the product tag or entering the item number into the mobile app, shoppers can get the product information, sizing, and ratings and reviews they want right in store. The digital associate. Task workers become knowledge workers when provided with an arsenal of information at their fingertips, empowering them to be personal marketers, service providers, and product experts. Social buzz. Curated posts, tweets, and images about the great things customers have to say about your brand and products should be the focal point of your digital store. This creates a conversation that influences shoppers. Virtual dressing room. A one-time 3D scan allows shoppers to virtually try on outfits in-store or at home, removing any barriers to purchase of the extended assortment online. Data on what customers try on versus what they purchase can create customer insights that drive product recommendations. Interactive fixtures and displays. Research shows that shoppers are 60 to 70% more likely to buy something they touch or pick up in a store. Interactive store displays attract shoppers and use projectors and sensors to serve up rich media content when products are picked up. Shoppers gain access to product information, reviews, and other content right at the point of purchase, and retailers can better understand consumer behavior. After-hours pickup. Shoppers and retailers have embraced the concept of buy online, pick up in store. For the next evolution in convenience, shoppers can order online and then receive a code that will allow them to pick up their merchandise from a locker outside the store or at a third-party location at their convenience. Adjusting to this new world can be challenging. Research shows that only 12% of retailers offer the omni-channel experience customers demand.
Is the entire movement towards customer experience. Now, one of the things that most people mean when they say customer experience, they create a office of customer experience. Most people, not everybody, but most people, what do they mean? They mean, let's make our interactions with customers nice and easy and convenient. And nice and easy and convenient are all well and good, but they're service characteristics. They're not the characteristics of a true distinctive experience. If you want to create a true distinctive experience, often the province of a CXO, the Chief Experience Officer, then what you need to do is not just make things nice. I mean, nice is nice, but nice rarely rises to the level of memorable. And a true distinctive experience has to be memorable, creating that memory within people. And when we make things easy, often what we do is they make them easy on us. We routinize things, so we make the same for everybody. And that gets in the way of making things personal. Experiences are inherently personal. Where do experiences actually happen? Inside of us. It's our reaction to the events that are staged inside of us. You need to reach inside of people. You need to engage them and make that experience personal. And then convenience. Convenience is actually the antithesis of what I am talking about. Convenience means let's get in and out as quickly as possible. Let's spend as little time with the company as possible. And I'm talking about how do you get your customers to value that time that they spend with you. Right? That's key with an experience. When you think about it this way, in every one of these economic changes, there's always a gray line that you can put in there that differentiates one from another. And the key one between services and experiences is all about time. It's about time. With the service, what people are looking for is time well saved. In fact, people increasingly want services as well as goods commoditized so they can spend their hard-earned money and their hard-earned time on the experiences that they want. With experiences, what you need to do is you need to provide time well spent.
And we're here in the Knitton factory of the future, where a customer can come in and be involved in the process of making their own jumper for the first time. We're exploring how customization can start to be a part of fashion and how designers now are starting to set style guides rather than finished pieces. Customers can come either to the Knitton shop here in Somerset House, or they can go to knitton.com online. You can move around to your favourite part of the image. You can zoom into a piece of detail that you really like, and you can say, I want it in this different colourway. And this creates a completely different piece almost every single time. Once a customer has placed their order, it's converted to the machine code in a matter of minutes, and a scarf takes 20 minutes to manufacture. A jumper takes about an hour and a half. The role of the designer is changing through mass customization, and so that's the kind of provocation really for designers, is what are the key things of your brand and what are the things that you're willing to let go of. Even though people like Karl Lagerfeld or the Vivienne Westwoods have very strict controls over how their brand looks, they also are looking to create something new for their customers. I think now that we've actually made the shop and we've shown how it can work, that's totally changed the conversation, and people realise and really understand how this can be the future of fashion.
Now, another basic principle of the experience economy is understand that when you stage experiences, you are now competing against the world. You are competing against the world for the time, the attention, and the money of individual customers. So you need to understand a basic principle of the experience economy is that the experience is the marketing. The experience is the marketing, that the best way to generate demand for your offerings with an experience so engaging that customers can't help but spend their time with you, give you their attention, and then buy your offering as a result. I can still remember when Steve Jobs back in 2002 announced that Apple was getting into retail, and he got lambasted in the business press. But he proved them wrong by creating not just a store, but an amazing experience. Now, obviously, it's predicated on great products. If Apple didn't have great products, well, then the experience wouldn't matter so much. But you combine great products with great experiences, right? That's when magic can happen.
Inditex is ahead of competition. Their business model and operation has been extremely successful. In the future, they need to face and embrace disruption to continue their profitable growth. And Inditex potentially becoming a disruptor of the same industry they create.